Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For today's video, I finally have my makeup inventory. It's been long overdue. I keep talking about it and then, yeah. So I mentioned in another video, you might not have seen it, it was at the end, but I was saying how I split the categories. I split the categories up into separate videos this year because it's way too long to like edit, and in my makeup inventory videos I actually show you all the products, so I have to take them out and then put them back, and it's a whole thing. So today's video is going to be, I have my notes here because I filmed this a couple months ago, to be honest, and it's actually already, like, the numbers are different already because I've been buying and finishing, well, decluttering a few things maybe, but yeah. So today's video is all face products, so primers, foundation, concealer, bronzer, powder, face palettes, setting spray, and blush, and not in that order I don't think, but yeah. So just keep watching if you want to see the craziness. It's I think all the numbers went up probably. Yeah, I don't do this video because I'm trying to like get rid of things or like go minimalist. That's never gonna happen, but I just think it's interesting to see like how the numbers change. This is my third inventory now, so yeah. Anyway, just keep watching and I'll see you at the end. Okay, so starting with primer, as I normally do, I have 26 primers, and yes, that's a lot, but looking at my paper here, so I have this paper that I started in 2022. So I guess in 2022 I had 27, and then I can't really read the number after that. I think it's 29. Whoops, it's not focusing. Does that say 29? It's either 28 or 29. And now I have 26. So in my calculation, if I'm correct, I went down, which is good. I have been on a primer no-buy for probably since 2022, to be honest, but I do get, well, I was getting some in my Ipsy subscription, but I'm no longer subscribed, and I am still on a primer no-buy. So I don't see this number going up, and these two are the only ones in my new makeup drawer, which I'm happy about. I normally have way too many primers in my new makeup drawer, and these ones up here are all minis, as you can see, so I'm hoping this year I can get through some of those. And these two, the Plump Right Back and the Keys, those are in my current whole collection project, so I'm working on those. There are a few that I haven't used yet, like the Laura Geller, the Dominique here, so I don't know if I like those, but I think I will because they're hydrating primers. And other than that, oh, and this Danessa Myricks mini, that's actually the blurring balm powder, but it's in the shade Universal, so there's no shade, so I'm using it as a primer, but I haven't used it yet because I have that product in an actual shade. But yeah, other than that, like, I don't see any reason why I would get rid of any of the other ones unless I really end up hating one of these. So yeah, anyway, those are my primers, 26 primers. Okay, I've already made a mistake. I forgot this one, the Touch in Soul Pretty Filter, because this is in my chopping block box, so I forgot about it. But I also have this one, so I have 27. but I still went down because I either had 28 or 29 last time I did my inventory, which was 2023 because I did not do one last year. So yeah, 27 primers. So here is my foundation category. I just call it that for simplicity, but I have like a lot of different products in this category. I have skin tints, beauty bombs, CC cream, what else? Powder foundation. I think that's pretty much it. Anyway, you guys get it. So this category has gone up substantially. In 2022 I had 17. In 2023 I had 19, and now I have 31. And that's because I went on a kick of like doing foundation review videos because I thought people liked them, but I'm starting to see like I don't know if they're the best performing videos on my channel, and maybe I shouldn't do them as much. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think about that. But being somebody that rarely even wears foundation unless it's in a project and I, you know, really want to use it up, and I just remembered there's one other in my everyday makeup drawer. So I have 32. Let me get that. It's this one from Tarte. So yeah, just for the visual purposes, up here I have skin tints. I even have my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter for Superstar Youth Glow because when I use that product, I use it like I put it on my face and then I put my foundation and I mix it all together. I don't use it like as a primer, so that's why, or as a highlighter, so that's why it's in this category. Yeah, and then over here are like powder foundations, and I put my Janessa Myricks blurring balm to powder thing in there. I don't know if it really belongs there, but that's where it is. And these three, as you can see, are samples. Actually, this Tarte one, that is a product like you buy. It's, Sephora calls it a mini. To me, it looks like a sample, but anyway, those are the three samples. And then these two, the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream, the hydrating version, and the Revlon Serum Tint, those are just separate because they're in my deck of panning. This Tristique one, that is my only foundation stick. Although I do have, okay, when I keep pointing, it loses focus, but otherwise you don't know what I'm talking about. This Anastasia stick thing, that is actually called a skin tint. So I don't know. It could also be a foundation stick, whatever. And then these ones are in my new makeup drawer, which is way too many to be in my new makeup drawer. But I am going to be using this Physicians Formula one pretty soon in a video. And these Physicians Formula products, the packaging takes up so much room. So I need to get rid of that. And then down here are like traditional foundation things. And if you guys saw, I just did my complexion declutter, so I'm not going to be getting rid of any more of these. So it's a lot. Oh, but some of them are in my chopping block. And now I'm confused because I put them all, I should have kept them separate. But it's that Purlisse BB cream. That Pure one. What else was in there? Oh, the Makeup by Mario. Because, well, that one's really in there. I probably won't be getting rid of it, but I don't remember if, like, how I felt about it. And now that I've tried other foundations since then, I want to remind myself, like, how it is. But yeah, that is everything. So I have 32 foundation type products in total. For concealers, this number did go up by 2, which is not bad. I haven't been buying concealers because I'm pretty happy with the ones that I have. So I have one little mini here that's from Tarte. And then, yeah, the rest you would have just seen in my complexion declutter if you watched that. This one in the pot is actually a color, like a undry corrector, but I think I'm going to be using it as a concealer whenever I get to it. It's from Ciate. And then these two are just separated here because they're in my whole collection project. And yeah, like I mentioned in that complexion declutter video, I pretty much like all of my concealers right now. So unless one of them like ends up going off on me, or I realize that I really don't like it, I don't know, maybe then I'll get rid of some. But the only ones that are really like getting empty is this Makeup Forever one and the Tarte Mini. It's not that it's like I've used so much of it, it's just that it's like a sample and it's hard to get at the product around the sides, and it seems like it's drying up a bit. But other than that, these are all pretty full concealers, so I don't see it going down much. But I don't really plan on buying any more either, so there's that. So 13 concealers. Okay, I forgot one again. This one was in my new makeup drawer, the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Concealer that I'll be trying in a video soon. So I actually have 14 concealers. Okay, so this is my bronzer collection. And this number went up quite a bit. So in 2022, I had 13 bronzers. In 2023, I had 21. And then, well, now, in 2025, I have 32. And I was trying to think, like, why did that number go up so much? Because bronzer's not even, like, something I'm super into. Like, I will try some new bronzers, but it's not like blush or like eyeshadow for me, you know? So I was like, why do I have so many? And I think it's because bronzer is now like a bigger category of makeup, if you know what I mean. Like there's stick bronzers, there's cream bronzers, there's like this product from Makeup by Mario, which I was like, ooh, I have to try that because it's different. But it's basically just a cream bronzer in a different packaging. So I think that's what happened. I was just like, oh, let's try all the new stuff. I have a lot of drugstore things too now, I find. And like these two from e.l.f. Why do they even make these? I was looking. So this section here is from my new makeup drawer. And I was like, why does e.l.f. make a Halo Glow cream contour and a camo liquid bronzer and contour? I guess these were more like contour shades maybe. I don't know, but I haven't tried those yet. So that's two right there from the same brand. Yeah, I got the NYX one that's under this L'Oreal one recently because I think the packaging really drew me in. And under this Pat McGrath, this one I actually got in like a boxy luxe or Ipsy icon, whatever. And I bought that Gucci one when it was like 50% off. So yeah, that's my excuse. Oh, and this is the Fenty. Well, I put in this category because it's called a bronze shimmer powder, but this actually is in my face palette drawer. But it's basically like a bronzer highlighter type thing. And this one from Anastasia is a side because that's in my whole collection project. So that's the one I'm working on right now. And yeah, that's it. So 32 bronzers. Here is a much smaller category before we get to the crazy ones, but this is my powder collection, and this stays pretty stagnant because I don't buy powder. I have dry skin, as many of you probably know. But powders I do have that I've tried and have been in projects, I've ended up liking them for specific things, so that's why I keep them. But in 2022, I had 9 powders. In 2023, I went down to 8 because I think I decluttered one. I probably passed it on to my mom or something. I definitely did not finish a powder. And now I'm back at 9, and I think it's because I got this one in a Ipsy. It's the OPV Beauty Translucent Loose Setting Powder. And unfortunately, it's like a big, it's the biggest one I have. But yeah, these 3 here. So this Bare Minerals, that is actually 2 pans. One is a matte translucent and one's like a glowy translucent. And these 3 are all in my whole collection project because I happen to roll 3 powders. And these 2, they're obviously minis, and they're actually like pretty well used, if that's gonna focus. So this is actually Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, but I use it as a powder. And this is the Becca Hydra Mist. Look how much is in there. I think partly is because it evaporated. I don't know. Maybe I did use it because I actually really do like this, but Becca doesn't exist anymore, so that doesn't matter. And you might think that's the same as this Becca one, but that is actually the Becca Under Eye Brightening Powder, so it's different. Yeah, so maybe I'll get 2 used up this year. That's like a pretty big goal for me, but that could be fun. And then I'll have 2 more minis left. One is the Locket from KVD Beauty, and one is the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But overall, I mean, except for this one, I don't think I've used it yet, but I've tried every other one of these and I've liked them. So I won't be getting rid of any, but I might finish 2. So yeah, we're at 9 powders for 2025. Now is where things start to get a little crazy, and you can't even really see everything in the frame here. But these are my blushes, and the number did go up quite a bit, but I wasn't like surprised about that because blush is like my favorite thing in makeup besides eyeshadow. So yeah, this is where we ended up. And I'm just mixing like cream and powder. I think in previous years I still gave you a full number, but I've said like also the number of cream versus powder. I don't care. I don't need to be doing that because yeah, blush is blush to me. So I just have one number and it's 95. And it feels pretty crazy when I say it out loud, but I just love blush. So yeah, and I also think it's the same kind of story with the bronzers where like blush can be like blush lighters, bronzers, you know, like there's different things that blush is now. So yeah, and apparently I just can't stop buying it. So yeah, that's how. So last year I had 80. Well, not last year because I didn't do inventory last year. In 2023, I had 80 blushes in total. And the previous year I had 53. So there was a huge jump from 2022 to 23. But from 2023 to 2025, I only went up by 15. So I guess it's not that bad. I don't know, but as you can see here, the main culprit is ColourPop. So all of these limited edition ones, whenever they do like a collab that it's something I like, I usually get the whole bundle because it makes more sense to me since I'm in Canada and I have to pay for like the shipping and all that anyway. I just get the bundle, so I end up with every piece of the collection pretty much. Well, yes, I do. And this one here in this box, I just got that the other day. I haven't even hauled it yet. It's the new Physicians Formula. It's like a bronzer on one side and a blush on the other, but I'm putting it in the blush category because it's going to be confusing if I put one product into categories, I think, for the numbers anyway. But in my Tiny Decisions app, I would put the bronzer shade in the bronzer and the blush in the blush, you know? Yeah, so it's all just a mix. I have a lot of drugstore, I have high-end, I have some luxury even, so pretty much everything. And some are creams, some are liquid, some are sticks. And I just realized I'm missing some because I was going to start talking about these. So these Oceanly, these are cream blushes. It's like plastic free makeup. This brand, my cousin works for the brand, like Attitude. So she gave us all like every shade. Like she brought them to a family gathering and nobody else took them. And I was like, hello. She's like, you just take all of them because I know you like blush. So I ended up with all the shades. And so I still have 3 because nobody else claimed them. But I might not have those because I did pick the one that I wanted. And that's when I remembered that it's not here. I don't know where it is. Which means I have blush in other places. So let me check my new makeup drawer. Okay, I found 11 more blushes. I'll try and show you. They're all in my hands. Oh my god, this is a disaster. So I had all of these in my new makeup drawer hiding. Oh geez. So I actually have 106 blushes. This is the one, the Oceanly, that I did choose, the shade Coral. So I haven't tried them yet on the skin, but on the hand they felt really nice and look pigmented. Yeah, so also in my new makeup drawer I had the NYX one. I had the Give Beauty. I have 2 from e.l.f. These camo ones. One I bought myself, this coral shade, and one came in Ipsy. And I found these 2 recently. And now I'm like, is this just the same product from different brands? So this one from Maybelline and this one from L'Oreal. These like blush lighter type things. And yeah, the blush tape from Tarte. This one from Cali Ray. The one I got in the ColourPop Stranger Things bundle. And the Kosas Blushes Life. So 106 blushes. So I still think, okay, maybe what I said before doesn't matter now. Because I was saying the big jump from 2022 to 23. But now I went from 80 to 106. So that's a pretty big jump too. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so that's my blush collection. And let me know, I was thinking as I pulled all these out, because even I'm interested, like, do you guys want an actual collection video for every category where I actually open? Because honestly, I don't even know what some of these are, like what they look like inside. And we don't have time to do that in this video, but I could do a collection video. Anyway, that's everything for this section. Here is my highlighter collection. I thought I would just show you the drawer because, well, the two drawers. Oh no, here comes a friend. Because my highlighter collection is already pretty organized and it's more tame than some of my other categories. Although the number did go up quite a lot. Well, from 2022, actually. No, it didn't. Oh, I was looking at the wrong number. Okay, this makes more sense to me. I was like, how did this happen? Because I don't know. I haven't been super, well, how do I say this? Because I do love highlighter, but I'm not as inclined to buy new highlighters when they come out as I am blushes and bronzers, I guess. Most of my highlighters come from me buying ColourPop bundles. As you can see, I have the Harry Potter ones, the Winnie the Pooh ones. I have some Soul, well, technically they're shimmering body powders, but I use them as highlighters. That's what's in this drawer here, and there's actually three deep. Well, two of them are Soul shimmering body powders and one is a Super Shock highlighter. But yeah, and then this drawer here is separate because those are cream and liquids, and then these two are in my new makeup drawer and these two are in my no. Okay, he really wants to be in the video. Those two are in my whole collection project. Wait, this is not a highlighter. Okay. This actually a good thing that I accidentally thought it was a highlighter. I thought this was the lit highlighter, but that's in here. This is actually the Milk Baked bronzer, and I forgot to include this in my bronzer category. So I actually have 33 bronzers. Yeah. So anyway, that's not what I thought it was. So this one, this is actually a face gloss from ColourPop. I count it as a highlighter. It's in my whole collection project. But for the numbers, so in 2022, I had 36 highlighters and I divided them. So I had, oh my god. Okay. I can't film with him in this room. Just hold on a second. Okay, I had 11 cream highlighters and 25 powder in 2022. In 2023, I actually had 52 total, 14 cream and 38 powder. And this year I have 53. So I actually only went up by one. I might have decluttered some highlighters. I can't remember now. But that makes a lot of sense because like I just said at the beginning, I don't really buy new highlighters. I think the last highlighter I bought was either this one from Rare Beauty. I can't remember which came out first now. But this I just had to have because the packaging looked really fun. And then the Too Faced one I bought when this like cosmic collection came out, and this is actually like my favorite highlighter right now. But other than that, yeah, the rest came from ColourPop and BoxyCharm and Ipsy and that kind of thing. He came back because he can open the door now. Yeah, so that only went up by one, which is good. So here's my last section of my face category. These are my face palettes. So you might have noticed I don't count pans of products. Like some of these palettes are like blush palettes, some are highlighter, you know, but I don't count them in my blush. I count them as face palettes. I hope that makes sense. It's just, it's easier for me to understand, and besides, I feel like a face palette is a whole other like way of doing your makeup. At least for me, like if I pull a face palette in a project, I'm using the face palette. I'm not like dipping into the palette for one thing and then using a blush from, oh, I just fell on the floor. And then like pulling a blush, like a single blush. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I hope you understand. But anyway, all that to say, I just have face palettes as a separate category, and this one did also go up, but not by too much, because most of these I've gotten from BoxyCharm or Ipsy in the past, and I guess they haven't sent as many face palettes as they used to. I'm also not subscribed to them anymore, so I won't be getting any more. But I did buy one, so I have two more here. I have this one that's in my Shop My Stash, the Ofra Bienvenidos a Miami. And I just bought this one with a gift card, I think, for my birthday or for Christmas. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I bought one from Makeup Forever. So this is a Blush and Glow palette that I'm counting as a face palette. So in 2022, I had, wait, where am I? 33. There was a big jump from 2022 to 2023 because I had 45, and now I have 49. So it only went up by 4, if my calculations are correct. Yeah, so I'm not like, I mean, I'm not upset about any of these things, but I don't need, 49 face palettes. But I do really like face palettes, and like I said, when I pull them in projects, like I really focus on a face palette because it's just easy to use, it's fun, everything's in one place. So yeah, and like I said, some of these are just blush, some of them are highlighters, some of them are a mix of like bronzer, blush, and highlighter. It's all different. Some are cream, some are powder. So I'm happy with my face palette collection. I probably could declutter some, but we'll see. And I didn't pull them out of the drawer because I actually have a lip tray that goes on top of here, and if I don't keep them in this order, I won't fit it back in. So that's one issue. But yeah, overall okay with my palette collection. And like I said, there are 49. Okay, there's actually one more section of my face category, and that's setting spray. So in 2022, I had 16 setting sprays. In 2023, I had 22, and now I also have 22. So I thought this category would have went down because I do use up setting sprays. It's a product I use every time I do my makeup, and some of these are like refresher setting sprays that you're like just meant to use throughout the day, so sometimes I do that also. On the top row is all my, well, actually that's not true. I thought it was all my full size, but I actually think that Charlotte Tilbury one might be a mini, and that Rare Beauty one is definitely a mini. So anyway, it doesn't matter. These are all my MAC Fix Plus minis. I have the, not flavored, like scented ones. I have 2 regular ones. So this one here is newer, but then I have that one that I'm trying to use up right now. And I have another one in my travel bag. So I just realized I should put this new one in my travel bag and take out the old one so that I actually use it. Because if you can see, that has the new like logo. And then these 3 were in my new makeup drawer. So if I hadn't gotten those 2 full size in my last Ipsy box, I would have been at 21. So technically I went down, But yeah, I got 2 setting sprays, and that's my own fault because I think one of them was part of the box and then one of them was like a choose item and I didn't want anything else, so I chose the setting spray. So yeah, and that Cali Ray one is a sample, but I count samples as full size. So I have 22 setting sprays. I'm not mad about it. I love setting spray and they fit in their place. So that's my story. So that was everything for my face products. The next, I guess the next video is gonna be, what is it gonna be? Lips? That's gonna be crazy. There's a hair in my eye. That's gonna be a lot as well. I will try and get it up as soon as I can, but I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to see more makeup inventory videos. Yeah, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.